Yo, what is going on? I'm back for another video, and today I thought I'd show you my hidden Minecraft world that I've never shown on YouTube before. So we might as well have a look around the city that I've built, and it is absolutely massive. Well, for me anyway. So right, this city is divided into two weird lands. So this part of the city is all survival based, and this part of the city is all based in creative mode, because unfortunately all of this was built on a realm, and all of these buildings were built in creative mode in solo. Right, so you might as well get into it. So this build and this build, and these two builds, also that build there, is all done, and this one is all done in survival mode. So let's take a look at them and see if you like my city. So first of all, we've got Kingsman Avenue, right? We call this number 1 because we call this the Kingsman Castle because the king lives in the castle, and we called it Avenue because it's on an avenue. It's at the end of an avenue. So first of all, I built this wall with my friend, and I mean it's quite a detailed wall, and it took absolutely, like, you know, stupid amount of time because we were in survival mode. And also this castle took so much bricks to build, we had to build some sort of chasm that goes down to, like, you know, like God knows, like you should see the amount of stone that this took to build. This is like a memory, like, of how much brick it actually took to build this. So, and stone. Right, so starting off with the castle, we walk into the castle and we've got an absolutely lovely statues. I don't know what they're meant to be of, but they are statues, and I think they look really cool. So yeah, and then when we walk in the castle, we've got this weird Hobbit style door entrance, and it's a mix between old and new. So we've got old, like, theme going on. We've got all our building blocks, all the places what we're going to use for, like, storing, like a storing place. We've got our cooking place. We've got our dog. And but what's cool about this castle is it's like old and new that clash together. So look, we've got like a glass ceiling, which I think opens the whole castle up really well, and it also, like, you know, it's sort of like an upstairs at the same time. Only one of the rooms is done, which is my friend who used to live in this room. I think it looks really good. So yeah, this is the castle. This is building number 1. This is definitely the oldest building, which is kind of ironic. Seems that castles are the oldest buildings in cities today. They are the longest sort of standing buildings in the UK, aren't they? Castles and that. So yeah, this is my house where I used to live. I built this house just as a working house, basically in survival mode. I stored my chests downstairs. There was originally a bed and another chest up here. This is the Ender Dragon that I have. Obviously I died 3 times in the battle because I'm shit. Right, so yeah, and obviously I needed to feed myself, so then I made this diorite, polished diorite sort of weird thing that goes into my farm. This place is my farm. I've got my cows, like a little hut for them. It's kind of cool, to be honest. When you walk in, it goes down and it makes it look bigger than it really is, this room. So it's like maybe like, it's like 4 high, but it only looks 2 high from the outside, which I thought was really cool. Then I've got my farm, my wheat farm, to feed the cows because they eat all the time. They just eat and fart and have babies. So yeah, what can we do? This is definitely the favorite place in the city, the farm. I don't know why. It just, because it's like in the center and we can see all the beautiful buildings around it. So we basically made this like the hub of the city with there's a map of everything that's built. As you can see, the map is quite outdated. I can't see any of the new skyscrapers that are built on this area. It's just all the old city. This is the original old city that was there. This was walking down the road. We've also got the stables. This is like kind of a memory lane because these were horses, and but these are like special type of horses that we found, so we built stables for them. I don't know what the difference is. I think these horses can go underwater or something like that. They're like, you know, bone horses or something. I don't know. Get in there. Oops. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to build some stables. Then this is the first creative build I ever did. This is a build off line. I went on YouTube, looked for a good build, and I built this. Shout out to whoever showed me it. I can't remember your name, but I tried my hardest. I think it goes really well, like the nice old school sort of barn vibe. It's sort of like an American barn, isn't it? Like, you know, Lenny would live in here. I think it's really cool, the contrast in the city, because it's like old versus new. So as we go along, we've got the villager red light district, as I would say. Villagers usually do a bit of humping in here to make repopulise the city. This was originally going to be the town hall, but I thought we'd make it we'd build a proper town hall. Like, you know, I was going to build like a town hall over in this direction, as it would be like an American White House type of town hall, you know, the standard. My friend built this, shout out. He built a pub, the Hammer and Sickle Inn. It's really cool. It reminds me of a really British pub, British style pub. We've got the pool table, nice thingies. We've even got the taps. We've got the gold portions, the drinks. Oh shit, you've got some strong ass drinks in here. We've got some steak food. We do everything in this pub. It's kind of cool. And then also, as it said, it's an inn as well. So if we come up on the inside, you can spend a night in the city in a pub. So it's proper cool looking out this window at all the designs that I came up with on that side. So yeah, that is Putin's house, but it's not finished. Don't ask. Right, so this is pretty much the old city so far. I think it's really cool looking how much time this took compared to how much time this took. Right now, so we're now getting into all of my builds. So my friends built this and this and this, and I built that and all of the rest of it basically. My friend did help me on this, but I think I came up with the main concept myself really. So this is called Aether Close. This is meant to be a temple for the 4 elements. It's not meant to be any religious sort of thing. It's just a literal temple built to look cool and to be like the 4 elements. So wind, electric, water and fire, I'm pretty sure. So as you can see, it's a nice clean design inside. I think it looks really good. I don't know why, I feel like the floor and it's just a nice place to come in the city. The city is nowhere near finished yet. I want to get really expanded with it, and then I've done a nice little garden on the outside with cool types of trees, like, you know, blue fire, etc. Right, now moving on, I've built this hotel. It's a hotel / apartment block. This is number 7 on Kingsman Avenue. Again, with all my builds, I just don't have time to do the inside. I like doing the outside to get the city looking big. I don't really care about the inside because no one's actually going to be here but me. So this is the inside. I've only done this part. I've only done the hall of the inside, but all your rooms are empty inside. But again, it's another nice build that I think just looks really good. Moving on, we've got my friend's LA like sort of apartment looking house sort of thing. It looks kind of cool, to be fair. Like, it's just like, it really is a typical LA house, you know. Pull up, like, this is going to be a swimming pool area or whatever, and then, like, you know, it just does remind you of a typical LA house, isn't it? Like, and then obviously if we come down here, we've got the hidden gem, got a nice nether portal. It's really nice house, this. So shout out to my friend. And then if we come over here, we've got a nice lookout with the shulker boxes. We've got all the bad boys in here, you know what I mean? Insta health, all that. And then we've got a nice lookout of the people. And we've got to jump to get down. And then I think there's a cave under there as well where we started building it. I don't know what this is meant to be, to be honest. But I think obviously it's meant to be a bridge, but I haven't got a clue what the hell. It's like a hut and a lookout point or something. But it looks good anyway, so YOLO. This is some sort of weird shit, some sort of devil thing. I don't even know why. I think because there must be something under here. Why is there a devil sign? Oh, that's why. There's a mob spawn down there. I was thinking, what the if we come over this way, we've got some sort of old school. Looks to me, it looks like a World War II bunker that's been here for just. It's like a World War II bunker that's just been ruined over time. It's got cobwebs in it and stuff like that. I think this looks really cool. If we keep going in this direction, we've got the new city, which is what I've spent the most time on. These obviously, I live in Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough Football Club is a big part of our town. So I decided to replicate the stadium, and this took absolutely ages. Absolutely ages. This took 3 days to build, and I did it all by myself in creative mode. And I didn't use any world edit at all. It was just placing block after block after block, and it just took ridiculous amount of time. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I am pretty happy that I built it because it just looks sick. I mean, stadiums just look sick, don't they, really? Like, look at that. The thing about this build that was the most annoying, to be fair, though, was it's a 2-tier system, and I don't know why. Middlesbrough decided to... What the bruh. Yeah, so Middlesbrough decided to do like a 2-tier system, so it's like a 1 tier going around, and then I had to build another separate stadium, like a 2-tier on this side, so to replicate it what it really looks in real life. And if you're wondering why it says KFC there, well, that's Kingsman Football Club, because it's on Kingsman Avenue, leading to the Kingsman Castle. So yeah, I think it looks really good though, and I'm really like, you know, proud of like. I don't know if she should be proud of Minecraft, like, to be fair, because it's just Minecraft, but I grafted on it, so I think it paid off grafting, because it just looks cool. Like, look, Kingsman. Moving on, we've got the skyscrapers. Now, these 2 skyscrapers are built off my own back. These are skyscrapers that I went on Google Images, looked at Dubai, and these are some skyscrapers that are off Dubai, like, look exactly like they do in Dubai. These are going to be elevator shafts. Again, I just haven't had time to do it. The cool thing about these 2 skyscrapers though is they actually join. So this floor will join onto that floor, and we can keep going up. And this is a penthouse. So we've got a massive penthouse at the top here. I think it's just a cool design, really. This is where all the, obviously at the top of the penthouse, the party goes on down here. In this area of the penthouse, everyone does the bomb. Give me the... Alright, so now these are the last couple of buildings in my city. I don't know if I should call it a city yet, because it's not, it's just halfway through, but I thought I'd just show you what I've been up to. Over the past couple of months, I just come on when I'm bored sometimes, so I thought, why not do a video, because I haven't shown you this, and I think some people might think it's kind of cool. So these 3 buildings are actually off YouTube, and I know you might be like, fuck's sake, why? I've actually I've like changed them up a bit, but this is definitely, you can tell, these are just simple apartment blocks that'll be in London, Manchester, Liverpool, you know, all these types of cities around the world. This one was kind of cool though, because it looks a bit Japanese because of the way it comes out. Like, it's like a new style Japanese sort of apartment complex. I think it looks good. The only sad thing is with these buildings, there is no point of actually doing the inside, because I'm never going to go inside them. So why would I build something like that if I'm never going to go inside them? Although I do like coming on the city and looking at buildings like this and building them. So why not just build them and not do the inside? That's my philosophy. It's just pointless doing the inside of them. This is when I learned how to do world edit. So I built this one with the help of world edit. Not with the axe, just with the, like, you know, normal world edit. Like, if you go here, open and allow cheats, like cheat world edit. So then I built this building, and then I replicated it straight here. So I cloned it on this side, and then I also changed the color of these concrete from grey concrete to purple concrete, and I think overall this looks quite nice. So this is an authentic building. I wanted to build a building. I was just sitting there one day thinking, what could I do to build a building that replicates, you know, New York. I wanted something to replicate New York. I don't know why, I just think New York's like, I'm doing engineering at university, and I think when I look at New York, the amount of engineering that's gone into that city is just really, really, like, you know, quite astonishing. Especially because a lot of the skyscrapers in New York are built out of bricks, not like, you know, steel bar, etc. So obviously I thought, why not build a building that reminds me of New York? So this is a brick skyscraper slash, you know, place where people can work in the city. Like, you know, not like there's anyone here, but you know what I mean. and it's built out of steel. This like I meant it's stone brick, right? But it's meant to look like steel, and then I've got brick going behind it, and I think it looks really good. This is not finished yet, but as you can see, every little thing is just so detailed in the build. I just find it really good. Like I've grafted hard on it to make it look good. So it's almost like, in my eyes, this is a building that was inspired off Spain. This apartment was inspired off Spain. If you've ever been to Spain, there's a lot of buildings like this everywhere, you know. So I was like, so that's inspired off Spain. And now this reminds me of it, the Big Brother. So that's like a little sister. This is the big sister building, because it's like, it's similar to that one, but it's just skyscraper version. And the only sad thing is this building's not done yet. So obviously we can see on this side it's just not complete. On this side it is complete though. So this is a real look of what it might look like. So yeah, this is what I've been doing for the past couple of days. Again, look at that stadium. Just look at the stadium. It just is absolutely beautiful. Wow. It's just so good. The sizes all go right as well. Like, you know, it's hard to get this balance of, will that stadium be the right size compared to the skyscrapers, etc. Do you know what I mean? And it's all come together like quite the right size. You might be thinking these don't look really tall to be skyscrapers. Actually, sort of are, because if I come down to the bottom, you really get the idea. Like, holy shit, these are big buildings. Like even this one, this is a 3-story apartment complex, and look how small I am compared to it. Like, you know what I mean? It is a big building, but these are just absolutely ginormous. These ones, walking along them, you just feel small, feel absolutely tiny compared to them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought I'd show you around the city. It's nowhere near done yet, but I think it's going to be looking really cool once it is finished and all completed. This is called the Holy Rock, by the way, the Holy Block. The reason why is because it is a block that an Enderman took off a hill over here that's covered in sand. Not covered in sand, covered in snow. And the Enderman teleported here and dropped the block there. And this is impossible. Like, this snow hasn't melted, it hasn't gone anywhere. So this is the Holy Block. I don't know why I call it the Holy Block, I just did. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed looking around the city of Kingsman, I'm going to call it. I hope to see you in a couple of videos in the future. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe.